Hey everyone, welcome back to WCPO Lounge Acts. I am Emily Smith, your host as always. We're joined today by a really talented couple of guys out of Nashville, Owens. We are going to talk to them in a little bit and hear a little bit more about their sound and kind of where they came from and what influenced them. But before that, we are going to just actually hear some of the music. So do you want to tell us the first couple songs we're going to hear?
Yeah, we're going to do a song called White Lines and then a song called Keep It Close, the first two.
Awesome. Once again, this is Owens.
It's been sketchy from the get-go. 50 miles till I get home, and you know that I'll be making good time. See the lights in the distance, just the ones I've been missing. And my baby, she's a virgin, so you know that I'll be making good time. Won't sleep tonight till I see your face. Won't sleep tonight till I see your face. Won't sleep tonight till I see your face. And there ain't nobody changing my mind. And it's running like a freight train. Haven't seen you in a long day. Got your picture by the speed thing, so you know that I'll be making good time. Check my hair in the rear view. Ain't scared, I'm a real dude. Cold stare like an igloo, and you know that I'll be making good time. Won't sleep tonight till I see your face. Won't sleep tonight till I see your face. Won't sleep tonight till I see your face. And there ain't nobody changing my mind. Won't sleep tonight till I see your face. Won't sleep tonight till I see your face. Won't sleep tonight till I see your face. And there's just a couple more white lines. Won't sleep tonight till I see your face. Won't sleep tonight till I see your face. And there ain't nobody changing my mind. Won't sleep tonight till I see your face. Won't sleep tonight till I see your face. Won't sleep tonight till I see your face. And there's just a couple more white lines. 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 There's a thief on every corner of the street. Trying to take from you the love that close. You gotta keep it close to your heart. You gotta keep it close. You gotta keep it close. You gotta keep it close to your heart. Oh, you're gonna go blind. Close, you gotta keep it close. You gotta keep it close to your heart. You gotta keep it close. You gotta keep it close. You gotta keep it close to your heart. Oh, you're gonna go blind.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Once again, if you're just joining us, we are here in the WCPO lounge with Owens, who's doing a quick guitar drop. So before we get into some questions, I want to do some quick intros. So over here on guitar and vocals, we have Bones, yeah. And then on the drums is Lance. So Bones and Lance. How did you guys get together and start playing music together?
We're both from Missouri originally. I went to school for a few years out by Kansas City. Lance is from Kansas City. Yeah, we met in bands out there.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. And you guys are both in Nashville now?
Yeah.
Okay. So growing up in Missouri, can you tell me a little bit about kind of what kind of music you grew up around and how that influences your sound now?
Yeah, I mean, everything is pretty, where I'm from like a super rural area, so everything's kind of like, you know, somewhat behind the times there. So luckily for me, though, really, that was a good thing. Like, I grew up on just like a lot of classic rock records that were laying around, and some old country too, you know, really old, you know, classic country stuff. But yeah, classic rock mostly kind of shaped that. And then, you know, it was the 90s, so like alternative radio.
Yeah, there's a lot of overlap there too, probably 90s artists that are influenced by classic rock artists and carries on to today. Even still, any favorites that you still listen to whenever you can?
Yeah, I mean, we were just listening to like CCR today on the drive down from Pittsburgh. That's kind of still a good classic one for me. But, you know, I mean, we could list a lot. Yeah.
So how long have you been performing as a musician? Your whole life, basically?
Yeah, pretty much.
What's the best part for you about getting to get up on stage and perform music?
You know, it's just a different experience than the other like 23 hours out of the day. It's you know, it can be kind of you know, spiritual. It can be kind of a release. It can be, you know, aggressive. It can be a lot of different things all in one, but you get to really express yourself however you want, and I like that.
So kind of about that aggressive part, you guys kind of have a reputation for pushing boundaries, is said a lot. What do you think that means for you as a musician?
Well, it's probably mostly that I just come from a really confused background of like stuff that I was influenced by. So
yeah,
there really aren't boundaries, I guess. You know what I mean? I like a lot of different music, as I guess most people do, but I'm kind of try to not be afraid to do whatever I am feeling. You know, if I'm writing a song, like if something comes to me and I like it, I try to make it work somehow with what I do, instead of saying, you know, that's too different from what people expect from me or something like that.
Just try to really blur those lines.
Yeah.
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 So you guys are on tour now with Whiskey Myers.
Yeah.
And what's kind of next after this tour wraps up?
You know, summertime, so like some festivals and
okay.
Yeah, we're adding more tour dates to the calendar. There's some stuff that's not announced yet that's confirming that'll be announced soon.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, we'll keep an eye out for that. And last question, I'm just kind of curious about this.
Yeah.
Why Bones? Because your name is Caleb, right?
It's Caleb.
Your given name.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the story behind Bones?
My Christian name.
Yeah, yeah.
Is Caleb. Yeah. My grandpa used to call me that when I was a little skinny kid.
Yeah,
and
okay.
Yeah, it kind of reemerged like 7 or 8 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of some nostalgia there.
Yeah, I didn't even actually bring it back up. I wasn't like trying to be called Bones, but long story short, there was some confusion when a guy I used to play with said Caleb Owens kind of really fast in like a thick New York accent, and it sort of sounded like he was saying Bones, Caleb Bones or something like that. And some people in that circle of friends started calling me Bones, and so it kind of came back up.
How about that?
Yeah.
It's funny how things come back around.
Yeah.
Well, we will get back into some more music if that's cool with you guys. Can you tell us what we're going to hear next?
Let's see. We're going to do a song called Long, Long Time, which is off a record from a couple years ago called Make Me No King. And then we're going to do our latest single, which is a song called About Time.
All right. Once again, in the WCPO Lounge, this is Bones Owens.
It's a little tricky navigating these wires. There we go.
I've been a devil. I've been a ghost. I've seen the world. Some more than most. I've been a liar. I've been a thief. I took for granted her love for me. Yeah, I've been waiting for this day to come for a long, long time. Yeah, I'm gonna break these chains and feel the sweet sunshine. Yeah, I've been waiting for this day to come for a long, 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 long time. I've been in jail. Inside my mind, it's time to leave. I've done my time. Yeah, I've been waiting for this day to come for a long, long time. Yeah, I'm gonna break these chains and feel the sweet sunshine. Yeah, I've been waiting for this day to come for a long, 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 long time. Long, 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 long time. Long, 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 long time. Like you said that you do, 'cause I got messed around believing in you, and took the best of what I get going through, and threw it in the dirt. You said you wasn't sure. I said, hey, about time you made up your mind. I said, hey, about time you made up your mind. I said, hey, about time you made up your mind. Are you mine? If the sun don't wanna shine for a day, I think you really kinda like it that way. Say you're happiest when it's gonna rain, 'cause it kinda hurts. Yeah, you're never sure. I said, hey, about time you made up your mind. I said, hey, about time you made up your mind. I said, hey, about time you made up your
right. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. That last song, About Time, that's your latest single, right?
Yeah.
And I had one more question about that, actually. You guys got to work with Vance Powell on that song, is that right? And he's worked with some pretty other big artists, Chris Stapleton, Jack White. Can you talk about what that experience was like?
Yeah, we did that one, and we did the first one. We played White Lines. We did both of those with Vance. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. He works right up the street from my buddy Paul Moak's studio, where I did my first couple records, and I was familiar with Vance and with his studio, and we just went in and recorded 3 songs like last year. Kind of knew we wanted to, something pretty sort of raw and loud and kind of classic, and he's great at that. He's great at a lot of things, but he's great at that. So, yeah, it was cool.
It worked out, clearly. Yeah, the songs came out great. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome. So you guys are playing tonight at BOUT in Cincinnati with Whiskey Myers, and then a whole string of other shows after that, and maybe some more being added, so we'll keep an eye out for that. So for those of you watching, if you liked what you heard here today in the lounge, make sure you head to BOUT's tonight and catch Bones Owens and Whiskey Myers, which does sound like those names sound like they were just meant to be together. Bones Owens and Whiskey Myers. I don't know. It's pretty great.
We'll be at we'll actually be headlining a show next Wednesday at the Basement in Columbus as well.
Oh, sweet.
Kind of feels like a little road trip.
Thank you guys so much for being here. Once again, in the WCPO Lounge, this has been Bones Owens.